Hey guys, welcome back to Chuckload of Comics, your source for nerd news, comic book reviews, movie talk, everything that happened in the world of fandom over the past 7 days, the occasional impeachment coverage, weather up to the minute weather updates, cat videos, everything that happens in the world of fun. We try to break it down for you every single Sunday right here on YouTube. It's like headline news for geeks, people like you, people like us that like talking about movies and fandom stuff. You're going to find it every single Sunday right here on YouTube. If this is your first time to the channel, guys, welcome to Chuckload of Comics. Take a second, click that subscribe button. Join us here every Sunday for all the fun. We got an amazing week of nerd news. This was an insane week.
No kidding.
Morbius the Living Vampire. This week, we're going to get our first trailer for Morbius this week. We know that, and we're going to tell you why in just a second. Christian Bale in talks to join the cast of Thor, Love, and Thunder. You heard about this on the news. You heard about it all over YouTube. But we're going to kind of break down who could he play. What are the possible roles that Christian Bale could play in Thor, Love, and Thunder? Avatar 2, Shauna's favorite movie, most anticipated of 2021, guys. We got our first official what do they call it? Like concept art from Mr. James Cameron from the CES 2020 trade show. We're going to break down all of the concept art for Avatar 2. And finally, Locke Key. We've been talking about Locke Key for the longest time. We finally got that trailer. We're going to break down the trailer. And we're also going to give you a review of the pilot episode that was the pilot episode that never happened. We've seen it. So we're going to give you sort of a review of the first episode of Locke Key from 2011 that nobody ever saw.
That's right.
So really quick, before we get into all the nerd news of this week, we want to take a second. We all know about the Australia wildfires going on. Terrible, terrible things going on. Everybody wants to give. Everybody wants to give to the Red Cross. Check out the link in the description of this video. Our good buddy Code, who lives in Australia,
a.k.a. Mr. Boss Logic
a.k.a.
himself.
Mr. Boss Logic, I'm fan artist extraordinaire Boss Logic. He's doing something really, really special. He's made 5 very special limited edition prints. They're absolutely gorgeous. Check out the link in the description of this video. If you go to the link in this video and purchase one of these 5 pieces of art that he's made, 100% of the proceeds
100%.
All of it is going to go to the disaster relief over in Australia.
That's right.
People are losing their homes. Animals are dying. It's a horrible, horrible thing, guys. So if you want to give, everybody wants to give, but this is a way that you can give while at the same time receiving. You get a really cool, amazing print. These prints are gorgeous.
I know. What an amazing thing that Boss Logic is doing. I mean, he's like you said, he's such a fantastic artist, and these prints are gorgeous. And
they are.
If you go to the link, like you said, it's called inprint.com. Every 100% of the proceeds go to the Red Cross. It's so cool. But there's various types of prints you can buy. They start from $15. That's it. You can also get the prints on canvas too, which is really cool.
I went on there, and you can get them in all different sizes, all different mediums. Like you said, you can get a canvas print, you can get a paper print, cardstock print. They're really, really gorgeous. I think my favorite, I don't know if you have this one, is the firefighter with the little koala bear.
Oh, I know.
The one with the airplane flying over, dropping the inflammable dust that they drop on wildfires. I love that one. The firefighter with the koala. Shauna, do you have a favorite print from Mr. Boss Logic?
Well, I absolutely love the Groot one. I mean, I think that's great. I think it's called We Are Australia, which is beautiful. But the new one that he did with Aquaman, holy cow,
that one's
gorgeous.
Awesome. I put that one on my Instagram page. It's Aquaman fighting the flames with a wall of water.
Oh my gosh, with the kangaroo and the koala in the foreground. That's so
they're all
cool.
comic book related and or firefighter related, and some are both. So, guys, we implore you, check out the link in the description of this video. Go see some of these prints. They're not expensive, but 100% of the proceeds are going to go to the Red Cross, the Australia Red Cross.
Boss Logic.
So thanks, Boss Logic, for doing this, sharing it with us, giving us a chance to offer what little assistance we can. We've already purchased a few and can't wait to see it. C2E2, by the way.
That's right.
So, guys, let us know what you think about some of these prints. Guys, let us know in the comments section. So, without further ado, we got a lot of nerd news we're going to break down for you. So, let's go ahead and get into it. This is this week's Nerd News. All right, guys, first big nerd news story of the week. I'm very excited to announce that Morbius the Living Vampire, we're going to get our first trailer is going to drop this week on YouTube. I'm not sure the exact day, But Sony Pictures has announced that Morbius, the Living Vampire trailer is going to be attached to the new movie, the most anticipated film of 2020, Bad Boys for Life.
Too funny.
Also a Sony movie. So Bad Boys for Life comes out next weekend. The Morbius trailer is going to be attached to it. It's also going to be attached to Doolittle. So if you see either of these movies, you're going to see the Morbius trailer on the big screen.
Cool.
But they're going to drop it on YouTube in advance.
I can't wait. When does it come out?
The expected release date is July.
Oh, okay.
So the movie it's not a firm release date, but it's supposed to come out, I think, July 21st.
Nice.
2020. So we're going to get our first look. I'm sure it's going to be very much a teaser trailer.
Sure.
But I just want to see the imagery.
I know.
I want to see what this. I just want to get a general feel of what this movie is going to look like. I'll talk about a general feel of it. The producer of the movie, a guy by the name of Avi Arad, he was speaking to, I forget who he was doing an interview with, but he was talking about the general feel of it. He said this. He said, "Wait until you see the way he looks and what we have done with this character. You will love it."
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. I never thought I would be excited for a Morbius
movie with Jared Leto.
I know, right?
Jared Leto's playing the role. Jared Leto born to play a vampire, in my opinion. He's got the gaunt kind of vampire look. We've seen some photos and stuff. We'll show those in a second. Avi went on to write in the same interview, he said, "There are so many other great characters on the way.
Oh my gosh.
You will see," he said, "we are just getting started."
Holy cow.
So it sounds like they're planting the seeds for a whole Spider-Verse of villains and stuff. I assume we're going to see Kraven the Hunter.
That'd be so awesome.
Maybe Morbius will make his way into Venom 2.
Right?
We know Carnage is going to be in Venom 2. So very, very excited, guys. Shauna, excitement level 1 to 10 for Morbius, the movie and the trailer.
The trailer, I'm at a 10, I think, because I just want to see what this movie looks like. But and then hopefully after I see the trailer, I'll at least be at an 8.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for the movie.
I'm insanely excited for Morbius.
Yeah.
When they first announced that Jared Leto was going to play Morbius, I'm like, yes, this is perfect.
That's perfect.
Please make this movie. Well, it's happening. It's coming out hopefully July 2020. So check it out. Trailer for Morbius dropping this week.
We got a couple of images too that they dropped too.
We
as
did.
Well. Like they're very subtle. You know, you've got this one with the
film
clacker,
slate.
Yeah.
That one came out a couple months ago. And we also got the one, I think of him in prison.
Yeah, right.
Wearing a prison jumpsuit. Looks really cool.
Yeah.
You know, Avi Arad, the producer, said, "Wait till you see how he looks."
Awesome.
It's going to be so good.
I can't wait.
I'm insanely excited. So, guys, how excited are you for Morbius? Sound off in the comments section. Let us know what you think. Next big nerd news story of the week, guys. This one was like a bombshell in the world of fandom. Christian Bale, Bruce Wayne himself, is joining the cast of the new Taika Waititi film Thor: Love and Thunder.
That's amazing.
This came from multiple reports. Hollywood Reporter, all the typical talking heads on Twitter. They've all reported that he's not only in talks, he's sort of in the
negotiation.
The negotiation phase. So it sounds like he's definitely in. Now they just got to figure out, okay, what's his schedule looking like? What's his pay going to be?
Right.
But the big question
that we're all wondering
is, who is he going to play?
No clue.
Way to go, Christian Bale, by the way. He's joining some of the few actors who've made the jump from DC to Marvel or Marvel to DC. He's joining the ranks of people like Ben Affleck. Who else?
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry, Catwoman, and Storm.
Yeah. We got quite a few, I think.
Ryan Reynolds, Green Lantern to Deadpool. Lawrence Fishburne.
There you also
remember he played Perry in Superman, and he also was in the Ant-Man 2.
Ant-Man 2, yeah.
Who else? I mean, there's many.
There's actually quite a few.
Let's see the name of a few. Natalie Portman.
Oh, also a good one.
You're wondering? V for Vendetta. That was a DC film. And she, of course, is going to be in the Thor: Love and Thunder movie.
Of course.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, there's another one.
Two-Face and Captain America.
Holy cow.
So there's a lot. Let us know in the comment section which ones we're forgetting. There's quite a few. So let's go ahead and talk about who we think Christian Bale could play in the new Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
As soon as this got announced, everybody's mind immediately went to Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, I can see that because he's such a main and pivotal character in the Thor universe. But come on, Christian! Why would you hire Christian Bale to play a character that is going to be hidden? Like his entire face is going to be hidden the whole time.
I agree. You don't hire Christian Bale, and then just make him a CG character. I think that one's too easy.
I think so.
If I'm rating these things based on the odds 1 to 5, I would say maybe a 1.
Yeah, I agree.
For Beta Ray Bill.
I'm hoping Beta Ray Bill eventually makes an appearance in a Thor movie, but I don't think it's going to be Christian Bale.
Beta Ray Bill. What do you think, guys? What are the odds? 1 to 5. I think it's about a 1. Another good one that we've heard people talk about, we also think is highly possible, is Cull Borson.
Ooh, that's a good one right there.
That's a really cool one. If you don't know who Cull Borson is, he is the brother of Odin.
Yeah.
The reason I think this is so cool, it's because Cull Borson is the god of fear.
How cool is that?
Cool character.
I didn't know there was a god of fear.
Cull is the god of fear,
That's
and we know
pretty
that Taika Waititi likes to do siblings in his movies.
It's also true.
We saw Hela,
Yeah.
Mistress of Death, Goddess of Death, and now maybe Cull Borson, God of Fear.
That's not a bad idea.
Killer character. And also, if you've been reading any of the Jason Aaron stuff, you know Cull Borson played a pretty pivotal role in the Jane Foster chunk.
Oh, yeah, that's
of
right.
Jason Aaron. When Odin found out that there was a usurper now carrying Mjolnir,
Yeah.
who did he send to go collect Mjolnir was
Cull.
his brother Cull.
Oh, that's a good
To
one.
go get Mjolnir from Jane Foster.
Okay, I think that might be it.
That's pretty good.
I'm going to say that one's like a 4.
I'd say that one's a 4 or a 5. But the one I
Yeah.
really want to see, if you've been reading the Jason Aaron run for the past decade, Gore the God Butcher.
Ooh, yeah, also a good one.
Very good one because it can be a half CG character, but at the same time you
That's
can still see
true.
some of his face. If you don't know about Gore is a really cool and very interesting character. He first made his appearance in the very first run that Jason Aaron did. It was called Thor, God of Thunder, I think it was the name of the run.
Yeah.
Beautifully illustrated by Esad Ribic.
Oh, man. Such great books.
Basically, what Gore is, he's a character who lost. He's angry with the gods because the gods never answer his prayers. He went through a really crappy life. He was always praying to the gods. The gods never responded to his prayers. So he gets the power. He rocks this bitchin' sword that gives him this superpower.
Yeah.
And he makes it his vow to kill all the gods. And he's the one who actually plants the seed in Thor's head that the gods aren't quite as powerful and important as they think they are, which leads to Thor becoming unworthy, which leads to Jane Foster. So he has a really important role
in this too. Yeah.
in the whole Jane Foster Thor thing.
Oh man, that also I'm gonna say that one's a 4 also.
I'd say it's a 4. I'd say
Yeah.
Cull's a 5, Gore's a 4.
Okay.
One that's kind of low is Balder, a character we've never seen. He's the half brother of Thor. Again, going back to the whole sibling thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna rank. Thank you, tongue twister. Rank that one a 1 only because Thor's already got a half brother Loki.
That's true. And where
Actually,
has
stepbrother.
Balder been this whole time? Like
and-
ignoring everything. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he's living in New Asgard with Valkyrie, and he's just some dude digging a ditch, not knowing that he's Thor's brother.
But then you had Hela in the last one, who they didn't know they had a sister.
Yeah,
Like,
it's kind of already been
a
done,
stretch.
and it's kind of a boring character
Yeah.
for Christian Bale. Well, one that's not a boring character that we thought of is Dario Agger.
Ooh, also a good one.
Dario Agger, if you don't know, he is the Minotaur. He is a shape-shifting. He can go from a human to a Minotaur form. He's also the CEO of the Roxxon Corporation.
That's not a bad one because he shapeshifts, so he could be in human form most of the time.
He could be
in
human the
movie.
whole time.
Yeah,
He
and
could-
then maybe for people that don't know that that he is a Minotaur, he just changes at the end of the movie or
Yeah.
something. It'd be kind of cool and creepy.
That also sort of expands the universe into the Roxxon thing,
Yeah.
which they haven't really tapped that much into in the MCU. So I'd say that's about a 3,
Yeah.
maybe, of Dario Agger. One that I think's low, but I think would be really cool, is Mangog.
Ooh, that's also good.
Mangog, if you don't know, he's probably the most powerful villain in the Thor universe. He's created from hate. He's a character. He's beaten the crap out of Odin. He's beaten the crap out of Thor many times. He's probably the scariest. He's like Man Bear Pig of the MCU. He kind of looks like Man Bear
He
Pig.
does kind of look like Man Bear Pig.
Odds of Christian Bale playing Mangog, I'd say are pretty low. The odds of Mangog making an appearance, I'd
Pretty
say
high.
are pretty 50-50.
Yeah.
So, of all of them, Shauna, which one do you think it's going to be?
I think it's gonna be the brother of Odin.
Cull Borson.
I think it's gonna be Cull.
I think that's good.
Yeah, I think that's a good.
God of Fear.
Yeah.
Perfect for Christian Bale.
Yeah, and it just ties into the Jane Foster Thor so well.
Does.
It's just I think that's it.
I think so too.
Come on, my money's on it.
Cull or Gore are my picks. So, guys, let us know in the comment section. What do you think about Christian Bale joining the MCU? What do you think? What character is he going to play? Sound off in the comment section. Let us know what you think. Who did we
Yeah,
forget?
right?
I'm sure we forgot quite a few potential ones. I don't think it's going to be Beta Ray Bale.
No, I don't think it is either.
But it could be.
Ray Bale.
So, guys, moving on. We got a lot of stuff we're going to cover. Avatar 2.
Ooh.
Shauna's the most anticipated film of 2021.
Jeez.
I am not an Avatar fan,
No.
but this nerd news dropped. James Cameron
Yep.
He was at the CES trade show this week.
Okay.
And he released the first look at some concept art.
Nice.
Concept art for Avatar 2. We're going to go ahead and break down these photos for you. Let us know what we think. These sun-kissed vistas of Pandora. It looks pretty much exactly like the stuff we saw in Avatar 1. First pick.
Yeah.
Is you see a pair of the Na'vi.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's Jake and his girlfriend. Probably not. They're overlooking this ocean dotted with these little mini islands. In the distance, you see the bird-like banshee flying little dragons that they were rocking in the first Avatar. You see them flying through the air. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Looks pretty neat. This next one's actually really cool. Pick number 2. We get a close look at this mysteriously shaped rock formation. It hints at something sort of man-made. It almost looks like the rubble of the Death Star a little bit from Rise of Skywalker.
Interesting.
It looks like something that maybe there was some technology on Pandora millions of years ago, and this is sort of the calcified remains of a Death Star.
I like that theory. That's
could be kind of cool. And if you look sort of towards the water, you'll see a handful of Elu. Elu are the creatures that populate the seas of Pandora. I don't remember if we saw any Elu in the first Avatar. I don't remember that much about first Avatar. Not a fan. This next one, kind of boring. It's you see the Na'vi flying their banshees, coming to land. Riding on a big flock of banshees.
Yep.
Sort of uninspired photo right here. This last one, kind of neat. It's a pretty badass night scene that would make Jar Jar Binks very homesick. It looks like something right out of Phantom Menace.
It does, right?
Well, we know going into this that it's going to be the water world is going to play very heavily in Avatar Part 2. Of course. So I think this is just sort of what it's going to look like on the surface, and then we're going to go sort of underwater.
Makes perfect sense.
Last little thing about James Cameron. He was talking to CNET, the website CNET, and he says this, James Cameron. He says, "I also love the hard stuff."
That's a direct quote too, isn't it?
The vehicles, the spacecraft, aircraft, ground vehicles, weapons, the hardware. He said, "I'm a total geek when it comes to that kind of stuff. We have a lot of cool vehicles for you." So you heard it here first. James Cameron likes the hard stuff. Shauna, excitement level for Avatar 2?
0.
0.
I do not like the first movie.
Me neither.
I'm sorry, people.
Not a fan.
Unobtainium. That just I can never get over that.
Let it go, Shauna.
I can't get over it, and I'm just not. I just wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it. I am not going to see it in the theaters. I'll tell you that right now.
What would it take to get you into this seat? Some massive technology change?
Honestly,
nothing?
I don't think
You're
anything.
just not going to go see Avatar 2.
I'm not going to go see it. I will see it at home. I'm sure.
What are you going to see at Christmas 2021? There's no Star Wars movie.
I'm sure there'll be some great
You
independent movie coming out. Not Avatar. Sorry.
All right,
sorry,
guys.
James Cameron.
Let us know what you think in the comment section. How excited are you for Avatar 2? Do these photos move your nerd needle one way or the other? They do nothing for me.
Nope.
But we wanted to show them to you because we know there's a lot of Avatar fans out there.
Sorry.
All right, guys. So last big nerd news story of the week. We've been talking about Locke Key for every single week for the past month. We've been eagerly awaiting with bated breath the first trailer for the Netflix show. Comes out February 7th. Well, this week we got our first trailer. We're gonna break this Locke Key down section into 2 sections.
Yep.
We're going to break down the trailer in just a second, but before we do, we want to do a review of the pilot episode for Locke Key. If you don't know, Shauna and I used to work at Fox. We were Fox employees. We've seen the pilot episode for Locke Key. We no longer work at Fox, just so you know. And
this pilot that never saw the light of day.
It's the pilot that was never seen.
Yeah.
You can dig deep on the internet and find it. It is out there, but it's not easy. It's not obtainium. It's unobtainium.
It's unobtainium.
So, but if you do get a chance to see it, if you don't get a chance to see it, let me just tell you right now, it's awesome.
It is. It's great.
It is dark. It is sometimes very scary. It's bloody. It's way more bloody and violent than I would expect.
Yeah, especially for a Fox show.
For a Fox show. Maybe that's why it didn't get picked up.
Maybe.
So what happens, basically, it starts out very calm and happy. It's very close to the source material, I gotta say.
I definitely agree.
It's insanely close to the comic books if you haven't read them. It starts out very calm and happy, but then it gets really dark when Sam Lesser, the murderer in the book, he shows up, we know, and he murders the Locke father.
No spoiler.
Spoiler
it
alert.
happens right in the first pages of the book.
So he shows up at the door, kills the Locke father, sends the Locke family off to their ancestral home of Key House. Key House looks awesome. I don't know where they found this location. It's like this very castle. It's all stone. Looks really, really cool. We see Bodhi cruising through the house, and he finds the first key, which is the ghost key.
That's right.
He actually finds it in the hilt of a sword. I think in the book he found it on top of a bookcase.
Yeah.
We know in the new trailer he finds it in a oil painting, which we'll talk about in just a second.
Also looks cool.
So he finds it. He goes through the ghost door. Love the special effects in the ghost door.
Yeah, I know. They're
Done
great.
very well for 2011 Fox budget.
I know.
And then, of course, he goes to the well house. He runs into Dodge, who's in the bottom of the well. The girl who plays Dodge, I probably should have looked up who played her.
I know.
She steals the show.
She really does.
She absolutely crushes it. She does so well. She looks exactly the way that Gabriel Rodriguez drew the character in the comic books. Looks exactly like. Steals the show. Very creepy character, very pretty girl, but very evil, very dark, very demonic sort of character.
Wow.
And then it just gets really nuts. I mean, they put so much into this show. It's like the first 5 books crammed into one episode.
I know.
You see, obviously, Dodge in the well house, the murder of the Locke father. It goes all the way to the point where Nina Locke is in the wine cellar with the uncle. Sam Lesser locks her in the wine cellar, and then he goes and beats the crap out of the Locke children. They cram a lot of the books into this just one episode.
They really do.
So I was really surprised at how much they managed to cram into one pilot episode.
I agree, and it's almost making me a little nervous because this episode was fantastic. Not sure why Fox didn't officially pick up the show. Probably who knows what came out in 2011. I don't even remember, but. Netflix has got a lot of some big shoes to fill.
They do have some, but let's go ahead. Let's talk about the trailer, the long-anticipated trailer for Locke and Key on Netflix, guys. The trailer dropped this week. The show comes out February 7th on Netflix. Of course, Joe Hill wrote the comic book Locke and Key. The executive producer is Carlton Cuse, you know from Bates Motel,
awesome.
A producer of Bates Motel, producer of the show The Strain, and co-produced by Meredith Averill, who did Haunting of Hill House.
Right.
Now, with these credits, I was really expecting a dark trailer,
Me
which
too.
surprisingly we didn't get.
No.
It took me a couple viewings before I really, really loved the trailer. I think it was just the shock of such the bright, colorful trailer that we got. It felt very Christmassy with the music.
And the music just threw me off.
Didn't quite do it for me on my first viewing.
Nope.
Watched several times, and the more I watched it, the more I picked it apart, the more I went kind of frame to frame. I got what they were doing. I started to really like it the more I watched it.
Awesome.
Before we get into sort of the guts of this thing, there's lots of keys. We're going to break down all the keys and stuff. Sean, do you have a favorite scene from the trailer that you saw?
Honestly, I think they were pretty cool. The music threw me off for the trailer, but what I do love is the casting. I think the actors that they picked look exactly like the drawn characters in the book. It's much better casting than the Fox pilot, I think.
Yeah, my favorite scene, honestly, is like that one scene you see where they're walking down the cliff.
Oh yeah,
the stairs to the cliff, going down to the cave underneath
pretty cool.
Hill House or a Key House, where that's where the black door is, the Omega Key unlocks. That looks exactly like the comic book.
That's a good point.
It makes me wonder if they had this location before they even drew the comic book.
It's probably
it looks
in Maine.
exactly like it. Probably in Maine. I think they did most of their shooting in Canada, actually.
Oh, interesting.
So we see a lot of keys in this trailer. We're going to break down. Obviously, first you see the ghost key.
Right.
The ghost key was hidden in a portrait, an oil painting that's hanging over, I guess, the fireplace or a mantle.
It's a pretty cool shot,
really
actually.
It was really cool that it was kind of tucked away in that oil painting. Something about the ghost key, though, guys, that I have to say it really took me by surprise. Wasn't blown away by the special effects of Bodhi walking through the ghost door.
I know that it looks kind of cheesy.
The sparkliness of it didn't feel ghosty. It felt Christmassy. It felt like sort of AMC Family.
It's just not very good.
Yeah. What did CJ say? It reminded him of
Polar Express.
Polar Express.
Yeah.
Little Polar Express.
A little cheesy.
But that's okay. It's still going to be awesome.
Sure.
We do see the Omega Key, which is like the most important key in the entire thing. This unlocks the black door that's beneath the Key House. We also see that I guess Dodge is behind the black door.
Oh, that's right.
Which looks kind of interesting.
Yeah.
This doesn't happen until the very end of the series in the comic books. I'm wondering, is it going to be? Are they shifting the timeline? Are they going to do that towards the beginning, or are they going to do it at the end, like the way the comic book
Yeah.
is. If you look at the way they edited the trailer, it looks like it's going to be like in the first couple episodes.
I know.
Probably not, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
The head key.
Yes.
Probably the most popular of all of the keys. This one's really interesting. You see the head key. In the comic books, the head key, you stick it in the back of your neck, you unlock it, and your whole head opens up
Right,
like a cookie jar.
Exactly.
Like a Pez dispenser. Well, they're changing that up. I guess they figure audience can't handle that.
Probably
so what they do,
not.
You see Kinsey put the head key in the back of her neck, and then a revolving door
That's pretty cool.
opens up behind her. That I really like.
I like that too.
That was smart.
That's very smart. It's less graphic.
It's less graphic. It's not going to freak people out. But then that's when you see these bright, colorful scenes where she goes in. It's like there's a mall, and she goes on this hallway full of colorful shelves and stuff. These are all her memories. If you look at the signs at the top, they sort of coincide with memories and thoughts and experiences and stuff, which is really, really neat. Music box key we see. We don't necessarily see much of that key in use, but you do see a music box. It's almost more of a jewelry box, which held all the other keys.
That's pretty cool.
I don't remember if that's the way they did it in the comic book or not.
I don't think so, but
it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Anywhere key. You got to look really closely to see the Anywhere key. It's only up there for just a second. You see, I believe it's Nina.
Yeah, I think so.
Who's holding the Anywhere key?
Yep.
You can, if you look closer, you can see the little tiny rings on it. And then later on in the trailer, you see Nina going through a mirror. I think this is her using the Anywhere key.
It's got to be.
It certainly looks that way.
Right.
And then it's her going into another sort of dimension, portal, whatever. So that looked really cool. I don't know if you saw it in the jewelry box or if it was.
I don't know either.
I don't know. I got to watch it again. And finally, the shadow key. We never actually see the shadow key, I don't think.
No,
but you do
see the shadow people.
You see the effects of the shadow key. This is sort of how they ended the trailer, with all the shadows creeping up the stairs and going through. Like, I like that Bodhi didn't have a flashlight.
Oh, I know. I love that he has that like little
rainbow
big
lightsaber.
Yep. It's so cool. I do like that.
Non-Disney approved lightsaber.
Yeah, right.
That was kind of neat.
Yeah.
It's a kid with a toy as opposed to a flashlight, and that's sort of the creepy, scary ending of the trailer. And that's when you see the title treatment at the very end, and it says Locke Key. Very excited.
Yeah.
Very, very excited, Shauna. Final thoughts of the trailer after your first viewing, maybe after a couple other viewings.
Yeah.
Are you excited? Did it move? Where did it move your nerd needle? This is a very interesting one.
Well, when I first saw it, it made me less excited, honestly.
Really?
But watching it several more times, I'm more excited now because you see all the keys. I love the casting. I'm obviously going to watch it. I love this book. It's going to be great.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
It was a good trailer. It just wasn't, the tone was different than what I was expecting.
Right.
Like big time.
Yeah.
So, guys, let us know what you think. This is going to be a very divisive comment section, I think, for people. Because I've seen online some people liked it, some people didn't like it so much. So, I don't know. Sound off in the comment section, guys. Let us know what you thought about the long-anticipated Locke and Key trailer. And let us know, are you excited about the show? Does this trailer make you want to watch the show?
Yeah.
Does it not make me want to watch the show? I don't know. So, anyway, let us know what you think. So, guys, that's our entire show for the week. Lots of great nerd news dropped this week. Just a quick reminder, follow the link in the description of this video to show your support for the wildfires in Australia. Thank you, Code, a.k.a. Boss Logic. And, purchase one of these cool prints and show your support. 100% of the proceeds go to the Red Cross Australia.
That's right.
So, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Join us here every single Sunday for a breakdown of all the nerd news, all the movie talk, comic book reviews, everything that happened in the world of fandom. We break it down for you every single Sunday right here on YouTube. And thanks for watching. Have a fantastic week. Enjoy 2020. Enjoy Bad Boys for Life and the Morbius trailer that's dropping this week. See you here next time. Have a fantastic week.
Bye-bye.